Thank you so much, Felix, and it's good to have you here. And this is Batch 9. And guys, as our tradition, please unmute yourself, everybody. At least unmute yourself. Let me see those that are unmuted. Unmute yourself and let's welcome Eric to, the six figures say, like we always say, hard work.
All right.
Consistency.
Congratulations.
Determination. Yes.
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations, Felix, and welcome. As we are already late, we're just going to keep the ball rolling real fast. So, Felix, I know you are in Batch 10. Batch 10 has been making a lot of waves in KiawiTech. They've been making not only waves, making a lot of noise about it. I even saw your group members were on video chat to celebrate you. I saw the pictures, but the rest of the people maybe might not have seen. Please tell us, how did you do it? How was it? How did you find yourself in KiawiTech? How did you go through the training? How has it helped you to be able to come up to this level where you are now a senior database administrator? Please, we want to hear your story.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me on the six-figure seat today. It's something that I've looked up to, and I'm sure it's something exciting for everyone in KiawiTech. It has been an exciting journey. For the way John Paul is a friend of mine, and I know John Paul was not into IT before. So when I saw how he was progressing on IT, I said, John Paul, please, who taught you SQL? He now told me KiawiTech. But I said, whoever taught you SQL is very good. From no IT background to an IT background, that person must be very good. I was opportune to have some knowledge in IT. I've done quite a number of little things, but SQL was a big deal for me, because I've seen things play out. I've supported some environment, and when it comes to SQL, I see what SQL guys do. It looked like magic, because what you don't know look like magic. So when I'm working with them, they come in and start doing things. I said no. I started craving for SQL. So when I met John Paul and he said he was a SQL guy, and he introduced me to KiawiTech, from the one I came to KiawiTech, I started getting testimonies. The good part of KiawiTech is if you follow the instruction given here, definitely you will land the job. So I hear people give testimony. I started at first, joined KiawiTech. First day doing the orientation, I met all the instructors speak. I met most of the trainees spoke too, and I was really, really fired up. From the orientation, I knew I was at the right place. So the class started. I followed the process. Most of the classes, I always put my video on. I always make sure that I follow the instruction. I never missed any class. And I joined the Tuesday webinars too. Another thing that really worked out for me a lot is that I worked closely with my group. And I followed all the instructions that was given here. KiawiTech for me is not just an academy. It's not just for SQL. It got to a point that all the friends I have now are from KiawiTech. In most days, a day will not pass that I will not speak to somebody in KiawiTech. So it became like a part of my life, my everyday life, my everything. So I followed the instructions. I went down with the teaching, and I also have a mentor that is really, really active, that really helped me and pulled me towards the finish line. So that was how that was a brief introduction.
And who is your mentor?
My mentor is Adizatu.
Okay, guys, we like our tradition. We don't take that for granted. Adizatu, thank you so much for mentoring Felix and putting her up to that level. We appreciate our mentors. Guys, it's a tradition. Let's give it up to these mentors. Then let's move on with you a little bit further. I want you to give us a little bit further in terms of our course structure. You've already talked about the mentoring. What about even the job preparation, the offer letter portion of it? How was that helpful? there might be someone in this. There are a lot of our other trainers that are coming into batch 12 that they are wondering, how is this journey going to look like for them? What are the different phases they're going to be actually go through? So please, can you maybe share your own little experience? Take a little time, share your own experience of those different phases so that you can help some of them in one way or the other.
Open my offer letter is one of the best things in KiawiTech. And I will advise anybody not to miss open my offer letter. The people, or let me say the instructors there, are unique. When it comes to open my offer letter is one of the things that gave me my job and gave me my confidence. When you pass through the open my offer letter team, there's no how you cannot land to face any interview. Starting from Martineau with the soft skills, down to Madam Foster, Meg, Mr. Emmanuel and Jay, Mr. Norris. Those instructors are the best. And I like the way it's been structured. Like in our own batch, they brought out everybody. They have a particular day. Everybody goes on the hot seat, and they ask you questions. Trust me, all the questions they asked came out in almost all my interviews. It's just like giving you like different packages. So when you are being faced with the re-interview, just like you're just pulling up, you're just pulling up those data from where you store them, because it's the same questions, it's the same everything. So open my offer letter for me was a tiebreaker. It was one of the main things that gave me my job. Because before open my offer letter, the knowledge was just scattered all over everywhere. But open my offer letter structured the knowledge as if it brought all the knowledge into one book and handed it over to me. So, and another thing that really helped was the OneNote. I stick to that OneNote, and as the instruction was given in open my offer letter, I followed it, and they really encouraged us to open my offer letter too, to work in groups. So all those instructions worked for me 100%. Open my offer letter to me, is the best thing that happened to me in KiawiTech.
Thank you so much, Felix. Thank you for telling us your story. I know I will give you another opportunity towards the end just to say one word or add another thing if you remember anything that actually helped you. I know there were a lot of different things that we do and that probably would have talked about it, beginning from the little projects that we're doing monthly or every Saturday, the joint classes, the resumes, every other thing. But so I will give you an opportunity to do that. But if you don't have any other thing to say until then, I'm going to open up for questions. Anyone has a question for Felix? You can use the software to raise your hand, and then I'm going to give you the opportunity to do so. Okay, I'll go with Philan first. Philan, come on. Be on video, Philan. If you need time to put on your makeup, I can give you time, and then I'll take the next
I'm trying
person.
to switch on my camera. Let me turn it on, please.
Don't put too much powder.
And you can also use your the software. You can also send your questions in the chat, and then we'll be monitoring it. And we can also try to answer your questions. Okay, Philan, go ahead.
Hey, Mr. Felix.
Hey, my brother Philan.
Senior DBA.
Thank you so much, my brother Philan.
Oh my God! Congratulations, man.
Thank you, Philan.
I'm really so happy for you. I mean, you put in the work, and now it's time for us to celebrate. You know, I do not have any question for you, but I have just one question for you. I mean, just one.
Okay.
Okay. Having a background in IT, or what were some of the challenges that you faced during this process?
Okay. I came to KiawiTech. I joined KiawiTech. Despite the fact I have a background in IT, I kept it one side. Okay. I came to KiawiTech like someone that has no background and was willing to follow all the instructions. And it really helped me. Okay. So the challenges I faced in the process was humbling myself. It was a big work. because as someone that has little knowledge, I have to like put myself in a no knowledge form, okay, to be able to learn. Because if not, pride is one thing that destroys a man. So I made sure I put pride aside and came humble, like someone that knows nothing and was willing to follow all the instruction. And trust me, I learned a lot in the process, in the course of this journey. Even knowledges that were scattered before for my existing knowledge was like shaping in KiawiTech. Okay, I'll say it this way. All instructors in KiawiTech are unique. Okay? And within the KiawiTech community, there are a lot of, KiawiTech is full of resources. So it depending on how you learn, and if you can identify someone that you feel that really will be able to understand the way you learn and go with it. Like in my own case, Mr. Beltus was really someone I identified and was able that I can call Mr. Beltus even at the middle of the night. So I was in Mr. Beltus' classes. I think Mr. Beltus really understands the way I learn. I'm someone that I'm an interactive learner. So I ask questions a lot. So Mr. Beltus answers all my questions, no matter how stupid. And Mr. Romeo too Mr. Romeo is somebody that is to me, I call Mr. Romeo the ginger of KiawiTech. If Mr. Romeo encourages you, if you are not confident before, Mr. Romeo speaks to you or you listen to him in class, you will be able to do anything. So KiawiTech for me has a lot of resources. Then you see Mr. Milton. Mr. Milton is always there. Mr. Milton, I know you are the moderator today, not because you are here, but Mr. Milton is always there in terms of if you need somebody to talk to immediately. Then another tools I utilized in KiawiTech a lot was my group members and my classmates. I never neglected them. Freeland, remember I've called you several times, right? Yeah. And we had conversation. Close conversation as if we've known from afar, right, or from way back, and we were able to iron out some topics, some things, and those things are still helping me to tomorrow. Another person that I will not take for granted is Florence. Florence was really instrumental right from our class days. She was always posting things that helpful materials. When you need like any, you can call Florence anytime. In terms of when you have challenges, Florence will always be there to respond and provide solutions. Even my classmates, like I will not stop by without mentioning names like my group members like Carlson, Serge, Monica, Sheung. Sheung, I can't thank you enough because Sheung has always been there. Some days will be that I want to give up. Sheung will call me and say, Mr. Felix, no, you can do this. Let's keep pushing.
But Felix, I'm gonna give you a message. That's a message that we usually give out to all our trainees. Now that you have arrived at 6-figure set, you must remember one thing, right? This is the beginning. This is still the start. This is still the beginning of you studying. Okay? When you go into your work environment, things will be a little different from how you saw it in class. And you need to diligently study them, ask questions, right? Be a team player. You know, we've oftenly encouraged you in class to do what? Treat your co-workers as what? Treat your classmates as what? As your co-workers. Because everything, every attitude, every behavior you put up in KiawiTech is going to inadvertently, in one way or the other, translate into your job. Please do not be an eye servant. KiawiTech urge you, we commission you to, as you go into there, do what is important, even when nobody is looking at you. Be a proactive DBA. No one in KiawiTech is a reactive DBA. All of us must be proactive DBA. Thank you so much, Felix, and we appreciate you for your hot seat. Go out there. Please also give back to the community, mentor other people. We have the new batch that is coming. There is a lot of number. Maybe I'm going to assign you like 30 mentees. I'm just kidding. But you should be able to give back to the community.